Hi everyone, Mark here with My Engineering, and for today's video we're going to try and solve some real big problems. So what I have here, and I've already put a few markers on it, but this is a piece of a Barbie house, vintage, let's say 1970, old enough that you're absolutely not going to find any replacement parts that broke off. So we have a little girl somewhere who's really upset that her Barbie house is broken. We're going to recreate this and 3D print it, and I'm going to show you the process on how to scan it, and then we're going to pretend for argument's sake that we don't even have the broken piece. We're going to scan it, we're going to make a mirror so it's symmetrical. We can just take the good half, mirror it onto the less good half, and then export that as an STL that is ready to go right to the 3D printer, and we're going to have a brand new piece for our little Barbie castle. So let's get started. Okay, so for step one, we need to get a good 3D scan of our part. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using our Scantech SimScan 42, and we are going to scan this piece this way, and then we're going to scan it this way to get 100% coverage. We're going to bring the two scans together, and then we're going to send that over to our next piece of software. First things first, we are now looking at our DefInsight software, which is the native scanning software for this scanner. And step one is we need to scan all of our little targets in so that the scanner knows where it's sitting in space. And that looks pretty good. I did place a bunch of markers. I don't know if you can kind of see them if I point the camera or the scanner just right. There's a bunch of targets on the piece itself, and I'm going to use those in a little bit for aligning the two scans together. But now to go over to laser scanning mode. Here it's a little bit zoomed in, so I can zoom out a bit so you can kind of see a bit better. And it may look like this is kind of a high resolution scan, and you'd be absolutely right in saying that. I set it at 0.2 millimeters, which is definitely a lot higher than we need. It's higher than the 3D printer is really going to need. But I kept it there because there's a couple little screw hole features on the inside that I want to make sure we capture very good. I just want to make sure I get the last side of it here. You can hear the scanner beeping at me because I'm not keeping my range very good, but that's all right. We're getting everything that we need out of the scanner here. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of the targets on the inside as well. Yeah, that should be good. So completing the scan, I'm going to flip the piece over and start scanning again from the other side. All right, so I've flipped my part over, and now it is time to scan all of our little target markers in again. And I have a few more actually on the inside of the part. Again, those are going to be good for scanning this where it's a little far from my turntable. But then also some of the targets that are going to be in the first scan, I can use those for helping with alignment. There's one right down there. We got it. So we're going to switch over now to our laser scanning mode. And you can see it's kind of populating a little bit slow, but we're already up to over 3 million little laser points. So I'm probably scanning this at 3 or 4 times higher resolution than is necessary, but that's okay. All that means is it's going to take a little bit longer to process. I don't have to worry too much about getting the outside of this piece very good here. I'll get probably a bunch of it anyway, but we already scanned it in the first scan. We're more going to be worried about getting all of the inside. So I'm going to finish up this scan, and then all we have to do is piece the two scans together. All right, so now we have our second scan here, and we can take a look at our first scan here. They both look really good. Now we just need to tie the two together. So we're going to use our marker splicing tool. Use scan 1 and scan number 2. And basically what we can do, we just have to select the targets in scan 2 that we want to use. I'm just going to select the whole face, and it will only use the ones that actually it calculates are common, and that should about do it. So I got all of them kind of selected. I might have caught this one, I doubt it. We hit apply. It's going to run through its little algorithm, see what fits between all the markers, and it'll give us an error between the two. There, so our overall accuracy is 0.09, so we're about 3 thou overall. I'd say that's pretty stinking close. So we're just going to go ahead and accept that. So I'm going to merge these two, and then we're ready to send it over to Geomagic. All right, so with our scanning complete, we have now brought our STL mesh file into Geomagic Design X, where we're going to edit it a little bit here. So we can kind of look, everything that we need is captured. But what we're going to end up doing is we're going to split this piece in half, and we're going to mirror the good half onto where the bad half is, and we're going to be left with a complete piece the way it should have been originally. So, first step, we're going to have to add some planes. And what we're going to do is we're going to just create some regions here on the polygons that I can use as data to try and generate a best fit plane. So I just want to kind of pick a few open areas. That should be plenty. And it's going to extract a plane from that. So we've got plane number 1. We're going to do plane number 2 on this bad face over here. I don't want mirror, I want extract. Put some down here, maybe a little bit right in here. We'll say OK. So we have plane 1 and plane 2. We're going to make a third plane. And so we're going to do this from plane 1 and 2. And what it's going to do, it's going to create an average plane. So that will split the parts based on the two sides. And so now we see this nice, beautiful in blue, this average plane, which cuts our piece in half. Next step, we're going to go to polygons, and we're going to split. So our entity is going to be, our target is going to be Barbie roof. That's the name of our sketch. And the tool entity, we're going to pick this plane 3 that we created. So go advance to the next stage. It's going to think about it for a second here. And this green section is that's highlighted now is going to be the half that we're left with. So the half that is not selected is what's going to be deleted. We're going to say yes, that is correct. So now you can see we are left with only half of our little Barbie roof. Close off that tool. The next one we're going to do is mirror. So we want to use plane number 3 as our mirroring entity. And so it's going to create the inverse on this side. Kind of looks a little bit weird right now. We're just going to say yes. And bang. Now we are left with a mirrored piece, exactly as it should have been in the first place. All right, so we have completed the mirror of this little 3D scan, and I've exported it. So you can see here, very nice looking scan, but a very big chunk taken out of it. And then our completed part, once we've put it through Geomagic Design X to mirror the missing piece. And it looks great. The division is nice and clean. Shingles look all good, so there's no weird doubling up of anything. This is now ready to send over to our 3D printer to generate the replacement piece and save the day. So I'm going to pick this video up after our engineering department can run this through the printer, and we'll see how the redesigned piece will match up to the original. Hello, I'm wearing a new shirt because it's a new day and we have a brand new roof piece for our little dollhouse. So as you can see, this one is not broken, unlike the original. And we did not have to go 50 years back in time to try and find the original piece from the manufacturer. So ultimately, it's a very easy process. All we had to do was take our original piece, we scanned it, we sliced it in half and mirrored the good half onto where the bad half was, and we have a brand new piece now that we can use. This could be done with any kind of a broken parts. If you can either not find the original piece, or maybe you had to actually modify it slightly so that you could change it to suit your needs. Whatever the case is, we have the solution. If you guys have anything else that you would like to see, please reach out to us. We always love to hear your feedback or your comments or your requests. You can leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can just shoot us an email directly, support@myeng.ca. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.